Hello and welcome back. In this video we're going to do an unboxing of the Age of Sigmar Warcry Heart of Ghur box set. This I think I purchased for around about £111 and some pennies. So let's have a look and see what we get inside. So there's a nice card, just like a dust cover really, with some graphics on it. Keeps it all just through, I suppose. I've already punched all of the counters out. That's what these are here in the box. So it's like the previous version. You get wound counters and other bits and pieces. The sprues I think are fantastic. The detail in them is brilliant. This is the looks like the backbone of some rather large monster. You've got bamboo. It looks like bamboo. These are the walkways, and then you've got the trees themselves. This is very much a sort of a forest type terrain, based around what looks like some kind of dead dragon or something like that. And I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sprues of terrain. Different things, mostly skeletal remains, some runic parts of scenery here and here, and then the rest of the walkways and the gantries and whatnot that's strung up around the trees, etc. Like I say, it's all very nicely detailed. I think it's going to be a pleasure to paint. I think I'll tackle this with a mixture of contrast paints and possibly speed paints as well, the army painter ones. Although I do prefer the contrast paints from Games Workshop. Some of the detailing I might pick up with traditional acrylic paints from Games Workshop. Like I say, the detailing on the scenery is fantastic. Really pleased with that. You can see why you're paying sort of up to £135, £140 from Games Workshop for this box set. But like I say, I managed to pick it up for, I think it was 111. I just missed out on a deal. I think it was on Wayland Games, and they had it at £98. But unfortunately, I left it too late. That was running for a week, I believe. But typical, I left it too late, and so I had to pay a little bit more. There's even a little skeleton there to hang up from somewhere by the looks of it. Yeah, it looks like he's bound to something. But yeah, cracking terrain. And then you've got 2 sprues for your wall bands. So there's one, I believe. Let's have a look, just double check because I'm not entirely sure the names of these. Yeah, we have the Horns of Hashut and the Rotmire Creed. So there's a sprue for each of those. These guys seem to be based around a lot of bamboo going on in their scheme by the looks of it. And they've got shields, and like armour that's all in bamboo. So I think they'll be quite interesting to play. I don't know if they're going to be a particularly hard warband to use. I think they'll certainly be interesting. There's no sort of big monsters, no sort of minotaurs like you might get in the Beastmen, or the big sort of scary monsters in the Scale. I can't remember what they're called now because I don't really play this game much. This is our first foray into it, and this is the other one. These seem to have a bit more of metalwork going in their armour. From the looks of it, plates, could be leather, I suppose. But it'd be interesting to get these guys painted up and see how they look. So that's the sprues, and then you get the board itself, double-sided. One side is a little bit plain for me. It's a little bit boring. Whereas the other side seems to also just hit the camera. The other side seems a bit more interesting. You've got a few skeletons or bones and other bits and pieces. A bit more detail in that side. So, should be good. And then you'll have a card of your counters, punch card. As you can see, I've taken those out already. That's what's in that. And then inside are all the cards that you need to play the game and the two factions or the two warbands that you've got. Horns of Hashut and the Warcry. And you have a set of the setup. So you've got your dagger, shield, and axe. It's been a while since I've played this game, so but there's a few cards for those different setups. Then you've got the scenery setup cards. Giving you all different setups, depends on the game at the time. And then we have some victory cards. And some twists. I can't remember if these were in the original edition of the game, the first edition. I only played about 2 or 3 games of it, but I can't remember since. They might have been. And then you've got the cards for the characters themselves, the figures, each of the ones that are on the sprues. So they're all in there, and then the other faction is on the other side. I mean, these guys do look pretty awesome once they've been painted up. So I shall look forward to doing those, and hopefully we'll have something that resembles what's on the cards. And then there's some spare ones by the looks of it. There's the good old ruler, like these. That had one of these in the first box set that I got for Kill Team, so they're quite nice. Then you have a booklet on constructing the scenery and the figures themselves. So it's all pretty nicely laid out. Seems fairly straightforward. You can see the scenery being put together there. Does look pretty good. I'm looking forward to doing these. Again, so I think it's worth it for the scenery on its own. I should probably add some more warbands to it. I'm not sure if these are the sort of warbands that I'd enjoy using, but it's certainly a good start. I think this bit's, I love that bit with the skull on the tree. So yeah, it's all pretty self-explanatory. You can see the scenery setups there. So it's that one. Then you have the cool rule book for Warcry itself. So it's got all of the rules in there. And then you've got the warband tome for the 2 warbands. Quick flip through that. A lot of sort of background information, some ideas for how to paint them up, and terrain, and different campaigns, etc. And then underneath the bottom card, you can see that very well. On this side, you have the bases for the figures. And then on the other side, you've got the bag of the dice. So that's it. So I hope that's useful for at least to show you what you get in the box set. And I hope you enjoy it. Speak to you in the next video.